Oh, he's never coming back, but he's a crack addict. And he just loves the game so much. He just loves the game. He's just here to play. Here to play. Here to compete. Here to compete, dude. Here to compete. What's up? What's up? What's uppy? Let's try removing that. And then let's go ahead and say media source here. Okay. Let's go ahead and say loopy, loopy for the public. I don't want them to see anything anymore. No way. So I got them on a public loop, a public loop. Hmm. That doesn't seem to be working. Here's the keys. Sorry, I meant to give you more than that, but there's the key. There's more information on that. So you got the docs there, you got the app there. Are you gonna send out a recording after the sesh? For members, yes. Can we get the recording after the session? For members, yes. I got liquidated yesterday and said that's it. I'm sorry that happened to you, and congrats at the same time. Sometimes it just takes one last liquidation, and that weight should be off your shoulder now. So I hope that's at least the case. That you know you don't have to trade that way. Multiple ways to trade, and one of the worst ways is to trade by hand, in my opinion. Okay, great, great. I got everything set up now. So welcome into today. This is one of the last streams you're going to see if you're on the public. So lock in. Figured something out with my max, my five max, and my five open clause, and you literally cannot get there unless you set it up exactly like I have. That being said, just like algorithmic trading, nobody's going to spoon feed you a trading bot. I'm not going to spoon feed you the edge that I have found, and you're not going to be able to replicate it on any server or anything like that, any Windows machine, anything like that. But that's all I'm going to say. And don't go out and buy a Mac. You're not going to be able to replicate this anyways. It took 5 years of my knowledge to get to this place where I can be like, okay, I need to lock in for a couple weeks at minimum. So everything is shutting down here, and I'm going to take a couple weeks to myself, and I'm going to come back times 20, times 20. There will be 20 of me's by the time I'm back. So if you do want all access to everything, I am giving you this warning, this heads up, moondapp.com. You already know I'm not going to go into this today. I'm not going to go into this whole what you're going to get. Um, but since it is the end, I will go over it very quickly. This is what you get. You get the Algo Trade Camp, you get the AI master classes, you get the Solana copy bot course, the Poly Market Trading bot course, the private live Zooms, all of them, and then Quant Elite. So it's a fat package plus a bunch of bonuses here. The vault. Naturally, skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of being on your craft. You get both my trading GitHubs, my AI GitHub, and then you get Quant App access forever. You can already see it's moondev.com. I'll put the link in the description, moondev.com/go. It's 1500, but it's gone on Thursday. So I just want to give you a quick update on that. It's moondev.com/go. You have access to everything here, but I've got a lot to build today. So let's step on the gas. I think the first thing I want to update here is I noticed something, a little quirk when I am updating the Quant app. So let's go ahead here and say C, well, T, and then C. Let's lock in for a bit. So I noticed when the new API key, when the API key dies and I'm on the code tab, it doesn't pick it up. It doesn't realize that the API key has died. So maybe we need to go ahead and have some sort of checker every 30 seconds to make sure API key is active when they're on the code tab. Essentially, my API key expired, but I was still able to use the code tab. It should pop up that same thing that it does on the trade tab. It seems like it's much more instant on the trade tab, but when I change the API key or it deactivates, it does not do the same thing on the code tab. Please go ahead and update it so it does. Thank you. I think you guys all have the keys already. Um, I'll catch up with the chat here soon. I just want to get a couple things done first. All right, in backtest, I want you to go ahead and launch 5 agents to run two or create 2 new backtests here for me, each. So that's 10 total, and then start them with Feb 23 as the names, and they should be in the backtest tab. Or you don't have to do anything there. Just all 5 agents do 10 backtests based off of our actual stats that you can see in the backtest section here. You have that in your code. So I'll put 10 back tests at the end of the day, Feb 23 at the start of the name, and then I'll go ahead and run them. All right, so I'm getting 10 agents or 5 agents to do that. Let's go over here to the Solana stuff real quick. So I'm moving fast because I'm on year 5, dude. So I can't teach here every single day, and I won't. But if you join the $5 Zoom, there is a whole training, a 3-hour training where I show you how to actually automate your trading. So that is just a bonus for coming through. I've seen some people asking for the replays of today. The replays are not a thing anymore. So if you check out the page that you joined on, you can see there's no replay mentioned here anymore. It was just a little more process. It was like a 30-minute process after this each day. And as you know, your time is worth $1,000 an hour, and so is my time. So at the end of the day, I just removed it says full recording included. Yesterday's stream. You're not getting yesterday's stream. Full recording included. Let's cook that. I'm gonna remove that part because it is a little bit of a process for me. So if you show up live, you do get all these bonuses. So let's go here and say Moondash here, and let's change that. So on moondev.com, it says full recording included. It's just not included. So if you wanted the full recording, it's only included in the vault. Some of you have already taken me up on the vault, so you do get the vault if you took that upsell. If you didn't take the upsell, there's no recording. And I know it says that there is a recording, but there's not. So if you want your refund, you can have your $5 refund. But if you got the upsell, you will have a recording. Or if you're in the members area, you will have a recording. Hit up email moon@algotradecamp.com if you have any questions. Everything is backed by a 90-day money back guarantee. Anything you ever buy from me. Your time is worth $1,000 an hour, and my time is worth $1,000 an hour. So I'm not gonna go ahead and debate with anybody that wants a refund. Ever, 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 ever. It's not worth the time. So full recording included. This is what it says, but it's not actually included. So change that line from only $5 full recording included to only $5. Dude, when you hit max drawdown and get locked out, you're also locked out of trading for 12 hours. That is proper pain. In the Kazuhis, is there a workaround? Yeah, you gotta watch the training though, Abundance. You gotta watch the training. In the training, it'll show you how to work around that. It's in your risk controls, but you gotta watch the training for sure. Watch that playlist of how to use Quant app. And that's probably good if you got locked out, dude. If you got locked out and now you're trying to ask me to get you unlocked out, push it, bro. It has not been uploaded. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead. She says she's got four going. Let's get it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then here, let's see what she said. Everything looks clean. Here's what I added, Munda. The problem, the trade tab catches expired API keys instantly because it's constantly fetching data. The fix, a dedicated 30-second API checker when the that starts when the switch to code tab or backtester tab. Okay, perfect. Stops when you leave. Okay. Won't stack. Beautiful. Auto cleans up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we got that fixed. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, what else we got here? We got 10 back tests coming. I'm excited for that. I wanted to sell my losers here on Solana, and I also want to look into Solana a little bit more here today. So let's go ahead and look at Solana copy trader. Okay. So we have a bot 26 here. I want you to look at it, see how it's been doing here. Um, yeah, just do a full analysis. I think it's getting cooked, but whatever. I mean, it's Solana's cooked, everything's cooked in crypto, but I'm gonna keep spending money in order to be there when the tide does change. So she fixed that. Beautiful. She's working on 10 different back tests. Beautiful. Okay. So she's doing an analysis of the files. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get some cash back. I already did the selling of the losers, but now I'm gonna get some coins back here on Solana. Now I also want to look into that bot 26. You can see here, this is cooked right here. I gotta go ahead and say T flow, bro. What the hell? T doesn't work over here. Yes, it do. T flow, okay. And then T flow, then C flow. Sell losers? No way. This is not what I want. Okay, so what do I want right here? This is Moonev portfolio dashboard. Okay, let's go back to quant app. Let's do it over here though. Let's say quant app here. Okay, and then say T and then C. Okay. We've got this file and I just can't figure out the file name. Go ahead and figure it out. Essentially, what it does is it prints out my portfolio dashboard. It's called Moondev Portfolio Dashboard. That's what it goes ahead and says, but I don't know the full file path. I need you to send me the full file path. It should be inside of this folder. Okay, so you can see here, I'm getting this to be set up here. Let's go ahead and read through here. Housecoin is my entire P&L. Okay, yada yada. Performance leaderboard, USDC on hand is only 255, so I'm out of cash. House scoring 1500. This is the big winner, but it's not. Because yeah, it's not. It's not. The leaderboard tracked wallet P&L. Every single wallet is negative. Closed positions, 1300 positions closed. The filters analyze picks. Key observations. Housecoin is the entire P&L, but remember that's not it. That's not it. Everything else is bleeding. 26 out of 27 positions worth less than 10. They all started with one though. The 49 is aggressive, but that's how we cook. Net P&L. Want me to dig deeper? Yeah, you didn't really look at how I want you to look at it, but that's okay with me. So position dashboard, portfolio dashboard. Okay. So let's go ahead and try to get this running again. Let's say LS. I should have just done that, but I'm a noob. 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 Are you a noob? That's cool to be a noob, dude. Because we're gonna figure out things those big heads they're not gonna figure out because they're too smart. They so smart, bro. They're so smart. Let's get it. Let's be naive. Let's be noobs. Someone called me naive yesterday, and I was like, damn, dude, that's kind of a compliment, bro. It's kind of a compliment. So lock in. Be more naive. Be foolish. Believe you can do anything. Because you can. Because you can.
I get back at it again, 7 to 9. Look how much more training I have done by simply starting at 4. Right. So now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows
Larger, 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 larger.
by year 5 or 6. Doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up.
They're never gonna catch up. And then here, I need to see if these two are broken still. This is my API checker here. Looks like there's a couple errors. We got the dashboard up. You can see there's a couple errors on the API, so I'm gonna figure out how to fix those out as well. Let's see if they're actual errors though. Okay, let's go over to the actual Solana bot here. I got a copy trader here and it's getting cooked, getting cooked. But Solana is cooked. Okay, so where are you, Shorty? Four leg. I low-key need the same type of thing to fix this problem up here. I got to go through all these tabs to figure it out. None of those, none of those. Jambots, Russian, regular two, Gaussian. Just gonna go one by one because it's the best way, I guess. Docker, okay. G, okay. I gotta go collect some cash on all of my poly markets as well. Where are you, Shorty? So these are just a bunch of bots I'm incubating. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I'm just silly. Okay, it's out of USDC. Okay, so I need to figure out what do I do here? Do I add more USDC or do I just start over? I think I start over because remember the way I'm using this copy bot and the way only reason I'm using it this way is because it's the only way I've ever had success with the copy bot is to just use it as a scanner. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and take this here. I'm gonna say code dot here. Actually, you know what? We've got this sell losers. Can you go ahead and change that sell a loser amount to under $8 for now? This will kind of reset things for us. Just change it to that, and then I'll go ahead and I'll run the sell losers. Oh, you get locked out of the code tab when you are locked out of the bot. Okay, that's big alpha, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we have an error right now. Essentially, what happens is when you get locked out due to a drawdown on the trade tab, it locks you out of the code and the backtest and the data tab as well. So thank you to Abundance for telling me about that. Essentially, if you get locked out on the risk on the trade tab, that's good because you don't want to trade anymore, right? But you should still be able to code and backtest and go to data. So just go ahead and update that. Thank you. Thank you, Abundance. I appreciate you. Okay, so we're updating that into the Quant app as well. Okay, done. Change the minimum value from 90 cents to $8. So I have a bunch of, you can see I have a bunch of Solana positions here. And what I'm doing is I'm just saying, hey, anything under $8, just sell it so I can get some cash back so I can keep playing the game. Because at this point, I don't have any cash left. I can add more, sure. But I don't really have faith in any of these as they've been here for a couple of weeks. And what I'm looking for is like a quick 40x because that tells me the momentum's there and this is not it's not like the standard way to algo trade, but it's on Solana and that's just what I've found works, which is insane because it's so opposite of how algo trading really works. You're not going for 30, 40 X's. This is just one little instance. So if this is your first time watching me, make sure to go watch that other video because that will train you on more like real algo trading opposed to just like 40x gambling. Jane says, "Oh my OpenClaw bot just decided to swap its own model on its own as the route failed to the main provider." I don't mean just swap the model. I mean swap the provider. Damn. Yeah, you guys are never going to catch up when it comes to OpenClaw, unfortunately. I know too much now, and I'm forced to know too much because I launched. I launched. So keep tinkering, keep tinkering. Think you guys will find something nice. Find something nice. Why not pipe it into a file to be read? Oh, okay. Let me check your API. Let me see what you're trying to say here. We're fluttering here. Okay. Okay, we got 5 backtests done or 10 backtests done. Nice. One thing I did notice here is this rank thing doesn't seem to work, huh? Because you can see this. You can see here that it says I have 2, but you can also see my best is 6. So it looks like the ranking doesn't really work on the Quant app. And another thing, it locked me out. Like it didn't loop after it was done with the 15 minutes. Can you tell me the rules behind that? Because I had 6 points and yeah, what's making it stop essentially? What makes it stop? I know that if I don't get any points, then it'll stop it. But I just can't quite remember the rule. Don't change anything when it comes to the stoppage of the timer, but just explain it to me. I know a lot too, Moon. Check out your DM. I'll check it out. Check it out. I've got 3-layer memory implemented. I'm not going that way. I'm not going that way. I've got a very, very clear vision. I know exactly what to do, but I will absolutely take any alpha you have to say about it, memory, etc. I have a major, major unlock that I can't really talk about here because there are ops. But it is such a major unlock. I'm taking a couple weeks. I'm closing everything. I'm taking a couple weeks off. And I'll be back. So I'll be back. It's just gonna be private from here on out. Private, private. So nothing changes for members. Yes, you might not see me for a couple weeks. That's fine. I've never taken any time off. And I'm gonna be locked, 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 locked. All the changes done. Okay, here's the summary. The problem. The emergency drawdown lockdown overlay was this. Okay, covering the entire state. Nice. Navigation bar, the lockout overlay. Okay. Startup check. Okay. Go ahead and do this one too, Shorty. So we got 10 backtests done. Let's go ahead and say, great job. Go ahead and launch those 5 agents to give me 10 more with the same starting name and make sure these are even better than the other ones. Just might as well have them cook, you know? Might as well just have them cook over there. I've got vector and semantic search on the memory now. It's amazing. This OpenClaw is like being a kid in the candy shop. It's pretty fun. Are you cloud recording or locally? If cloud, you could share the link if you like. I stick with the vault. Yeah, I got it. I'll put stuff in the vault. Put stuff in the vault. Let me see if there's some more questions here. Will Algo Trade Camp still have access to Quant app while you're away? Yes. Bro, I'm fasting and I need to run to eat with my family. I need to see the recording on my own computer later in time, please. But I'm not a member. Become a member then, Mohammed. Or get the vault access. You know, I don't have much sympathy for people that say they want the replays because I literally right after you joined, I said, "Hey, do you want all the replays? Do you want the vault access?" And if you said no, then it's really, you know, what you want from me. What you want from me, gang? Are you gonna send the recording out? No. Um, let's make sure that it doesn't say that anymore. And if you're looking for the recording, you don't get it. So, but it looks like it's not though. It looks like that it still says only $5 full recording included on moondev.com. Can you make sure that you push that new live version? Thank you. Hey Moon, can you can talk to OpenClaw via Discord voice now. Nice. GM to access Hyperliquid script for liquidations, we have to rotate every day, unless you're a lifetime member. Yeah. So I'm being super nice and giving you guys access to the API for free. You know, you pay for the live, you got the API. So I'm just being nice. And yes, you if you don't buy lifetime, you don't get your own key. Straight up. Are we gonna learn how to code? Yeah, on that video I sent you. Don't even think about it, bro. Just keep going.
Let them find out who it was. They gonna be on you.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. So the number 2 verse 6 discrepancy, these are measuring different things. Leaderboard 2, The two comes from the leaderboard API response. It's the rank number one users today's points as reported to the server. The leaderboard only reports every 15 minutes, so it can lag behind. Okay. Yeah, I see it now. Best. Okay. So your two is just okay. What makes the timer stop looping? Okay, so there are two conditions that auto lock you out after a 15-minute window ends. Session score drops to 0 or below at the end of the window. When the 15-minute window finishes, it checks shot clock. If it's under 0, it does the lockout, and you have to click lock in again. DK bar drains your score to 0 mid-window. There's a 120-second decay timer. If you stop sending prompts, it ticks down and applies -1 point penalty. If the penalty drops below 0 at any point, it auto locks. If your score is above 0 at the end of the window, it auto starts the next 15 minutes. Yeah, so that's interesting. It seems like we are on the right path here with the, we're on the same time or the same mind frame of it. Like, I agree with how it's supposed to pause it, but I had 6 points and maybe I missed a couple of the short shot clocks, whatever. But at the end of the day, the it stopped. It didn't loop again. So I was just a little curious what may have made that happen because I had 6 points and maybe I missed the last couple prompts or something, but I definitely didn't have negative. So I'm just a little curious. Okay, thank you. And I did get a bunch of cash back. Okay, let's go ahead and say this. All right, now let's go ahead and change it back to 90 cents from $8. Because what I did is I just cleared out my wallet and she's already throwing cash. It's crazy, dude. So this is why I need to update this so it's a little more particular because she's already buying stuff. Like I had $30 in cash and now I've got 16. So just like that. So she's taking shots fast. I need to work on that. You know this Polymarket account? I don't. I do not. What is it? Who is it? Is it me? What are they doing? What are they doing? What do you think's going on over there? What do you think we can do with it? It looks like the market just opened here and it is Monday. So let's go ahead and check that out in a second. So you see here, now I see what happened. Here's the key insight, Moon. There are two separate score counters, shot clock state, the session round score. This resets to 0 every time the shot clock round ends. This is a score that gets checked when 15-minute multiplier window ends. Daily points, your cumulative, okay? So here's what likely happened. You earned 6 daily points across your session. Your shot clock round ended, and shot clock dot score got set to 0 as it auto looped into the next round. During that new round, the decay bar started draining while you weren't sending prompts. Decay hit 0, -1 penalty. Okay. Your daily points stayed at 6 because daily points, that's the gap. The shot clock rounds reset, session score to 0, but the multiplier window and decay bar kept running. So you're immediately at risk of shot clock. Okay, yeah, I don't quite understand what that means, but let's just see how it works. Okay, so she created another 10 back tests. So now we're on 20 back tests. Let's go ahead here and see how they're doing. Let's go through the 20 back tests she created. She created 20. One thing I did notice here is it did remove that. See here? Okay, let's go here. On the backtest tab, we used to have this beautiful little emoji that was the graph emoji, and it was on each line of data that I could click on, and then I could see the graph of that actual that chart, the P&L curve. So let's go ahead and get that back in there. I don't know what happened to it. It seems like when we went ahead and put in the PDF download that it went ahead and cooked it. So let's go ahead and get her going, get her fixed on that. I might as well go ahead and have 20 more here going. Go ahead and make those 5 agents. Go ahead and look at the actual results of these back tests, and then each agent will go ahead and make 2 of their best shots based off of the best results. So this should theoretically get better and better, right? So let's go ahead and have her do that. We're good on the Solana copy trader, I believe. That's what I should have done though, is yes, let's go ahead and do that. I want to go through these really quickly and see Any of these look good? Because remember, I use this kind of as a scanner just to see like, hey, is Solana back yet? Are we back yet? Are we ever coming back? What do you guys think? Throw a one in the chat if we'll ever see meme season again like we did a couple years back. Throw a zero in the chat if you think memes are dead forever. One in the chat if you think there's going to be a meme season again sometime. Zero in the chat if you think memes are dead forever. Okay, Clawbook here. This launched today, so that's I have nothing wrong with this. One in the chat if you think memes are coming back someday. On Solana, zero in the chat if you think they're cooked forever. Okay, so you can see here, I'm not mad at this one either. I can't get mad at that. So, okay, this one is a little sketch. This has very low liquidity. Why did you buy that? Why did you buy that? Oh, because no, what the helly? Get bonked. Oh, this must be from an old thing. Because yeah, this is April. This is just a frozen token from the past that we couldn't sell. Okay. I was gonna say, why the hell would you buy that? Well, you got rugged a long time ago. Okay. So you can see here's another one. I'm not mad at it. I mean, she's gambling, but it's way better than me gambling. I put in hard rules so that she gambles for me. You know, the way this worked back in the day, back in Solana times, it was I had a 49x. I had a 49x take profit, which is crazy. And I don't like to lead with this too much because it's not the realistic way to algo trade. It's just on Solana, that was the math that worked. It was okay, we either sell at 70% or 60% to get a little cash back or sell at 50x. That was my stop loss and take profit. And it worked. It worked as a really great scanner. I didn't miss any big project last Solana season. I'm talking with super early, Fartcoin super early. Like it was just because I had this actual bot trading for me, buying at tiny size, like $1, $2. And then all day I get to see the actual tokens that float to the top. If they float to the top, that means that they're going up in value, right? It's a land full of trash, trash, trash. I'm just sorting through the trash with my trash man here. So I love this. I love it. Now, it hasn't really brought anything dope in a while, but I see everything anybody's making any money on. Just Solana's cooked, bro. It's cooked. It is what it is. So Zero, he says, when a president rips with memes, it's time to stop. That was a year ago though, so we'll see. 111. We do have 3 believers in here. Which project can I find the Hyperliquid Python scripts? I have a ton of scripts here in my GitHub. Got a ton of scripts in my GitHub, dude. So Hyperliquid, that is my main venue. So I've got a ton here in the Moondev Trading Bots GitHub. I've been working on this for multiple years, and I have a whole section for Hyperliquid. I've got a Binance section. I've got an extended section. I've got a Hibachi section. I've got an interactive broker section. I've got a Hyperliquid section. I've got a lighter section. I've got a Pacifica section. I really do this, man. I got a Solana section. I really do this. I've really been locked for 5 years. I really have all of the code that you want. If you're trying to get started with automated trading, you have until Thursday to get into the all access. It's moondev.com/go. You've already seen it. It's moondev.com/go. If you want all access to everything, then you can have it here. You get the Algo Trade Camp. I show you step by step how to automate your trading. You get the AI masterclasses. I show you how to leverage AI to do all the hard work, just like I'm doing here today. You get the Solana copy bot and sniper course. You get the trading bot course for Polymarket. You get unlimited Zoom calls and Quant Elite, which has 300 plus bots and backtests. And you were asking about these bonuses. You get the Moondev Vault. Everybody that's asked so far today about the replays, I'll put the replay in the vault. The API key, if you want your own forever and don't want to come back every single day, you get your own API key. You get both GitHubs. The GitHubs that I just showed you has the Hyperliquid code and it has so much more than Hyperliquid. I really do this, man. You also get Quant app access. So the app that I use all day, it's moondev.com/go. We're cooking today. You can see here. Let me first find the backtests that are stored. Okay. Let me check how the backtest output. Okay. So done. Perfect. Life is perfect. I want you to do an analysis here. I have a February, or maybe it's not February.
Don't even think about it, bro. Just keep going. Let them find out who it was. They gonna be on you.
That's what I really need to do. Matter of fact, can you go ahead and send me the full path here to some of the redeems? I think I have like a manual redeem, a batch redeem, and some others. Just show me the full path for all of them. I need to do some redeeming on my accounts and see if it still works. I'm having a really hard time now. I think that since I went so viral on the Polymarket stuff, they patched the whole Puerto Rico thing. I was able to trade on Polymarket before because they're like running loose and loosey goosey with it, and they didn't realize that Puerto Rico is part of the United States. So I was able to trade here live on the streams with Polymarket, but now I can't really even do that. I can't do it on the streams because I'm not able to stream with the V on. I can't have a V on while I stream, or else I get it just doesn't work. It doesn't work as smoothly. So it just is what it is. The V be making the stream super choppy V. So let's go ahead and see if I can redeem all of these. Let's do the manual redeem first. So I've got a bunch of cash to redeem from my Polymarket bots. Again, you know the process I do is research, backtest, and then incubate. So I've been incubating some nice ideas here on Polymarket. Some very, very nice ideas. Just gotta find them. Okay, here they are. So 0, 1, 2. Okay, perfect. And this is the scanner. Damn, dude. These get stuck sometimes. Damn, this one. No, this one might be fine. Just let's just double check it. Let's double check it. The internet goes in and out. Just is what it is. Gonna restart all of these. They're mostly no bots, but I talked about that in the Polymarket course. I build out 4 bots with you, and I give you all the code. So I don't need to go deep into what these strategies are. Just know I'm cooking. Just know I'm cooking. Just trust me, bro. Doesn't matter if you trust me anymore because I'm Ghost. I'm Ghost now. I'm Ghost. On Thursday, you will not see me. I'm sorry. Bye bye. Goodbye. 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 We are done here. We are done here. I've already cracked open claw. I've already cracked it in a way that you cannot even think about. I promise you. I promise you you'll never get to the idea that I have because you're not me and you're fading everything I say to you. You guys are continuously fading the things that I do say. This is not financial advice, but damn. But damn. L's for the chat. L's for the chat. Let's just say that. Okay, so L's for the chat and keep fading Moondove. And let's go ahead and redeem. T. And then let's go ahead and say Python. Python, run it. Okay, so we're gonna run that first. Redeem, please. Failed. Failed to connect to the CD dot dot CD dot dot CD dot dot CD dot dot CD dot dot. That Python, bro. Redeem. Connect to the RPC. Please, please, please connect to the RPC for me. What the hell is going on? I don't know. Let's try the batch. Nah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this better. I'm gonna do this better. I get failed to redeem on the first one. Do you know what the problem may be? Okay, let's go ahead and say code dot and just try to data dog this. Just try to data dog it ourselves. Okay. So I've got all the code here, but you can't see anything because the quant app doesn't leave me alone. It doesn't let me have anything else in my mind. And I love that. I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose. Auto redeem or say redeem auto. Let's go ahead and try that. Da, da, da. Later. Failed to connect to the RPC. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened. What broke there over the last few days? Yeah. Something happened. Something happened. Something happened. We'll see. Polymarket trading bots here. Okay, so you can see here. Man, here you go. Here's all the redeem scripts. Okay. Let me take a check. All right. Let me look at the culprit. Okay, signed was deprecated and removed in newer versions of ETH account Hey, recents. Okay. The fix would be that. Okay, fix it then, gang. Just don't tell me what the fix is. Just do it. No, 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 no. You did good there. You did good. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Yeah, go ahead and fix it for all them. Cool. Thank you. All right, dude. I'm cooking. I'm cooking today. I'm cooking today. And the points show. The points show. Where your points at? How many points you got? Me, I got 8. Me, I got 8. And she's cooking down here. I'm on my 30th back test. I'm on my 30th back test. Binary options on BTC at 5 minutes and 15 minutes started with 5K and now almost at 500K. Wow. That's some good alpha, dude. Thanks for sharing that with me. Let's see what he's doing. Da, do, do. Okay, so he started with 5K. Okay. Damn. And 1 minute ago, up, down, 45 minutes. I mean, she, gang. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and build something for this. Let's just build it, dude. Let's just build it. Here, I'm gonna put this on the list right now. Polymarket. This guy, this guy has run up 5K to 400K on the 5 minute charts. It's interesting. I haven't touched the 5 minutes yet because the 15 minutes I got smoked on. So I wonder what his edge is. I mean, at the least, I think. Let's see here. How would we do that? Um, okay, I know how to execute this, but it would be a copy trader for now, I guess. But what's his full Addy? Copy. Da da da. It's interesting alpha. Thank you for sharing that, bro. Let's go see if we can get these set up, these redeems going. I need to redeem some cash. See if this redeem batch is working. Failed to connect still, huh? Da, 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 da. Still getting this error, gang. I still get this little bit of error, shorty. I don't really know what to do from here. She's still cooking down here, so good. She's evolving. Beautiful, beautiful. And we'll go through all those back tests here soon. And then let's see if she fixed that. Root cause is the chart. Okay. For 18 data sets, it's 3 to 4 megabytes. Local storage has a 5 through a exceeded. It was handled before. The fixes display results first, save after. Move display. Okay. Strip chart. Local storage. The chart data is only useful for the current session. It's in the last stats. Try catch. The chart buttons will now show. So does it really take up that much space? Like what can we do to make sure that their charts don't get cooked and delete, you know? Okay, there's no RPC URL set. You need to set the RPC. Nah, that's cap, bro. That's cap. I know I have it. But let's go check. Maybe it got deleted because you know how.
Don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish.
What the heck? Yeah, of course that's not gonna work. I don't have an RPC in there anymore. What the hell happened? I used to have alchemy in that B. I used to have alchemy up in that B. I don't know what happened anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Let's go ahead and get it back. Let's go to alchemy. Alchemy is an RPC provider. RPC. I don't know what that stands for, but doesn't really matter. When you're working with blockchains, you need an RPC provider, and I'm using alchemy for this one. Investigator, okay. Let's say add new endpoint here. I've reached the max fudge. All right, let's delete some of these. Let's delete some of these, delete some of these. Delete. Endpoints, investigator. I've reached my maximum, so I need to go ahead and delete some of these. API key, I'll just take that. Okay. Here you go. You can have the RPC endpoint here. Okay. RPC. RPC. URL maybe. Okay, and that's got my key in it. Okay. Let's go ahead and tell her that we updated it because she's tripping. I went ahead and put my alchemy URL there with the key in there. Don't show it, but it's in my .env. Should work now. Wait, hold up. It needs to be on Polygon though. Enable pay and mainnet. Okay, Polymarket. Copy. Okay. This is the Polymarket mainnet. Okay, please don't show it though. Just in case you do. Let me answer any questions you have. Have you got Minimax 2.5 running through there? OAuth plugin thing at the moment? Mine's getting error 500. I use that, yeah. I use Minimax. How's it going, by the way? Process. You have been sitting for 100 minutes now. So I got my OpenClaws all over the place. I got OpenClaws everywhere, dude. I got OpenClaws everywhere. I'm not talking about OpenClaw anymore. I'm done talking about it. I talked about it so much. I put so many videos out and I got so much hate for it, dude. So much hate. I'm doing it wrong, yada yada. But guess what? I found something huge. I found something absolutely massive. So massive, I'm never talking about OpenClaw again. I'll make some more spam videos so you guys can see on the TikTok, and I will drop fire. I drop fire in those small videos, but I'm not an OpenClaw consultant. I'm an algo trader, so with algo trading, when you find an edge, you don't share it. Hey, got it. I'm not going to show your ENV because memory says it don't show up, but since you've got the Alchemy RPC already set, those scripts should work. Nah, well, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. That's the name of it in the ENV is what I'm trying to say. So go ahead and update the code in order to do that. Nice. 7. Level up, baby. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Keep leveling up every single day, step by step, day by day. That's just a background task notification setting up. Okay, so they're done over here. Batch 3 should theoretically outperform since every strategy was reverse engineered from your actual winners. So she already cooked 30 back tests, and I want you to know that that would have taken me 8 hours to make one of them. To make one back test, 8 hours. But you are here at the perfect time of life. We have AI to do everything for us. Moondev, all 4 scripts are now explicitly loaded. Okay, let's see if it works now. Because I'm fully loaded, ready to go. Step on the gas. Come on, dude. So much opportunity right now. There's so much opportunity. So much opportunity. I'm keeping some of it to myself. I never do that. I always tell you guys everything. It's just I got fucking dragged. I got fucking dragged. I got fucking dragged because I'm not doing it the right way. I do it my way. I always do it my way. I always do it my way, dog. I'm always gonna do it my way. I'm always gonna do it my way, but I'm gonna come to my own alpha. And I'm not sharing this shit no more. I find alpha, I'll go trading, okay, but not in AI because AI is a winner take all. I'm competing with Amazon. I'm competing with Amazon now, gang. I do get this error when I'm trying to poll still. Redemption in redeem.py. In redeem.py, I get this. So I want to make sure that this is robust, but it's not robust. It's just not. It's just not robust. That's the thing. I'm having a hard time scaling to other accounts on Polymarket. I don't know about you, but that's one of my biggest challenges is managing other accounts. Your ETH version, okay. Because of the whole US thing, it's tough to like, redeem essentially. What's good, Jen? Bless. Here's the keys and all that. It's Gene. It's Gene. It's not Jen, it's Gene. What up, Bash? Doing pretty well. How are you? I paid $5 for this. Jenna ain't never coming back. She ain't never coming back, dude. She ain't never coming back. She like, boy, you better get the code in next time I see you. You better lock in and you better code for me, boy. Alive and cooking. Let's get it, dude. Why you up in here spamming this link, bro? You guys is AIs that are recording shit, weirdos. Just lock in for 2 hours, dude. It's only 2 hours now. I cut it down for you, Jetta. What's her name? Don't understand what you're doing? Question mark. Nice question, bro. Nice question. Should I pivot now to roast in the chat? Because I actually have talked to you guys on the phone now, so I know how cooked you are. I know how far behind most of you are. I can just roast the chat because don't understand what you're doing. What the fuck do you mean? Like, what type of question is that? Just like, so I can't talk to chat. I can't talk to chat because the way you guys ask questions is just absurd. It's absurd. Like, bitch, then ask the question. Ask a question. Jane is super busy. Peace, Jane. People to see, people to do. Lock in. You ain't talking to people, Jane. We know you're going to go play with your open claws. Those are the people. We know that. 777. Coffee at 7, roast starts at 10. Shit. I told you if I'm ever coming back to the public, it's just gonna be a roast fest. It's solely a roast fest for the public chat. So maybe later today I'll jump into the public chat and do a little roast fest just because it's fun. Okay, so here's the deal. 1,500 points per data set was overkill. Each open, high, low, close volume is 50 characters in JSON with 18 databases, 1,500 points. Okay, that's like 2.5 megabytes just for that. Damn, equity is 3.4. Okay, local storage is 5. One backtest was eating up most of it. 300 points is plenty. Your chart canvas is this. Yeah, but couldn't we do it in a way where we don't save the charts per se, but since we're saving all the data, then we can make the charts when they click it, right? And then we don't have to worry about those megabytes. Jane had to bounce because she knows she's up next. I'm gonna cook everybody. I'm gonna cook everybody. Anybody that is bold enough to say anything in my chat, cooked. Most YouTubers want more engagement. I want to cook. I want to cook somebody. I want to cook somebody. The only person I could cook right now is today's skier. Don't understand what you're doing. What do you mean? Do you have a question? All right, so here we go. Wait, that's a much better approach. So I think this is why you need to learn how to code, dude, is because I get her on this multiple times a day. Maybe like twice or three times a day. It's just like, yeah, you're actually right, Moon. That's a better approach. So it's just like, damn, okay. I thought you were supposed to be smart. All four reverted back to sign hash. Okay, your ETH account is 0.1010. Okay, great. Thank you. Let's go ahead and see if it actually works. I need to redeem some of this cash because I'm brokey.
Better be happy about it. You're up too long. Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
Okay, here we go. Does this work? I got a value. Yep. Redeemed $15. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is Polymarket. $13 here as well. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We cooking, we cooking. We cooking, we cooking, we cooking. Oh, we cooking today again, huh? We've got 30 back tests already done. That's crazy because it hasn't even been an hour and I've done 30 back tests. I want to go through them here in a second, but I just want to make sure that this all is set up first. We're good here on this. I think I was able to redeem what I could redeem. I only had one to redeem here. It's the August 14th. Okay, beautiful. At least that works. I'm glad. Glad that works. I'm glad that works. Okay, let's go ahead and fix these two errors before we move on to going in the back test. The back test is where the cash at. Okay, let's give it one more try here. So this is my health check for the API. And then I want to get the errors that I can send to the HL node, which I have right here. And this is the API key that you have access to. What up, Pony? How are you? Good to see you. 777. Much love. So we do have three errors on these trades, large trades, order flow, and order flow stats. Honestly, I might cook the order flow because she's being bad. She's being bad. She's being a bad girl. She's being a bad girl. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this real quick. So you can see here, I just have to go here. Okay, you can't even see this whole thing because the client app is in the way, but it's okay. This is my node. I gotta keep it a little more private. You can see that we keep running into errors here with the trades, large trades, and order flow. Can you go ahead and first fix it? Second, let me know what the hell is happening. Why does it happen every few days? And I need to decide if this is even worth it in order to keep in the API if it breaks every couple of days. You know what I'm saying? So just go explain to me what the problems may be, why they get jammed up, what happened this time, and what we could do in the future to make sure they don't get jammed up. Because I'm about to take the whole fucking API key off this. Not the whole API key, but for the order flow and the large trades. I'm gonna miss you, bro. Thank you. I miss you too. Knowing you were cooking made me confident I could catch up with the tech progress. I wasn't on it for a couple of weeks. Like Cursor open, now being trash for code, swapping to Claude. Nice. Now open Claude. Okay. Nano Claude be creeping in. I haven't tried that yet. Maybe a weekly state of the art video would be helpful. That you could get our feedback on what you found. Mutually beneficial. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nah, I'll be back. Don't worry. I'll be back. I'm just like closing all the public stuff, and I need to lock in for a couple weeks. Couple weeks, I got this system I need to build out, and I'll come back, and there's gonna be 20 of me. You guys are gonna be tripping. You're gonna be like, oh, yeah. It's gonna be clear. It's gonna be very, very clear. It's gonna be very clear. Let's say that. Okay, so let's go ahead and think about this really quickly. I want to think about this and shout out to Homeboy in the chat. So here we go. Copy. This is an address I need you to do a deep analysis on. I need two agents to do a different analysis each and then send me back the details. Essentially, this guy put in $5,000 on the 5-minute markets on Polymarket and now has $400,000. So we got to figure out what he's doing, how he's trading. Worst case scenario, we can copy trade him. Best case scenario, we can reverse engineer what he has done. Best case and worst case. Run it. Hold up. Shimmy through some of my files to see that we have some sort of copy trading functionality in there and we're able to see other people's stuffs. So what I want you to go ahead and do is look through the files and the tools that we have available. And then from those tools we have available, we'll go ahead and figure out how we can take this project on. Okay, thank you. Bloomberg for hybrid liquid. Let's get it. Nice. So that's so weird that it dropped my alchemy somehow. Nice cooking. Thank you. On the video before the stream started, you showed some hype scripts that you run on the command line. Where to find those? I think you already asked that and I already answered it, but um, most of my scripts are here in the GitHub. The GitHub is 100% private. It's only for members. This is war. This is not some little cutesy little guilfoyle. I'm gonna put my shit up on GitHub for free type thing. I'm not an open source guy at all. I'm actually a closed source guy. So I don't believe in open source. I think um you should you should get paid for the hard code you do. I think open source is silly. So the only way to get access to my GitHubs are through this offer here, where you get the Algo Trade Camp, you get the AI masterclasses, Solana CopyBot and SniperBot course, the Poly Market Trading Bot course, the Unlimited Zooms, the Quant Elite, which has 300 plus backtests and bots, Moondev API key forever, and the Trading Bot GitHub is what you were asking for. So that is all available at moondev.com/go and closing on Thursday, but I've already told you all that. Okay, so let's see if she went ahead and made this change. I know this is a lot of context switching, but you got to keep up, bro. You got to keep up. And if you're not able to keep up, that means you don't know what I know. And if you don't know what I know, then go to moondab.com/go and learn absolutely everything from me. Nico's in the house. Let's lock in, bro. Let's see if she fixed this. I think I have a better approach than she does. Unfortunately, AI doesn't know everything. Everything looks solid. Your idea is implemented. Don't save the heavy chart data. Save just the equity curve and the trades, which are tiny, and build the chart on the fly when they click it. Yes. Column one saved. Fresh run in memory, full stats. Okay. Storage. Yes. Stats. Okay. Let's go ahead and say column two chart click. Okay. This looks nice to me. Let's see. I'll go ahead and refresh this here soon, B. But we got hella back tests that we have to go through here in a second. In a second. I've got hella back tests that we created. We did 30 back tests. I don't know if you understand like what that means. 30 back tests. It used to take me 8 hours to build one back test, and one winning back test had me sprinting home from the cafe when I first found my first one. So ideally, there's a bunch of winners in this here today. We've got 30 we have to go over. We are cooking officially all day, and I do have to take a whiz though. So drink some water, use the restroom. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Hey there. Wonder how many minutes that was. Okay, so what do you think now? Copy them or reverse engineer, build your own version? That's a good question, dude. Here's the full breakdown from all three agents. Nice, dude. K9 commandment strategy breakdown. The strategy asymmetric both sides hedging. This is 100% a bot. It executes 2 trades per second. 6 to 10 trades in the same account across multiple markets simultaneously through the Genosis safe wallet. No human can do that. So for every 5 here, let's write some notes here because this is interesting. What's up, baby? What up, girl? You good? You're good. You good? So paste the notes here, Skier, you said? Or paste what? Poly market. Poly market. Poly market. Yo, Richard, how are you, dude? Good to see you. 777. Poly market 5-minute R bot. Okay. So let's go here and say for every 5-minute crypto window, lock in, dude. You want to paste it? Take a screenshot. So it overweights the side it expects to win. For every 5-minute, it buys both up and down. It overweights the side it expects to win, puts more capital on the favored direction. The winning side pays $1, the losing side goes to 0. Because the favored side has more capital, the win always outweighs the loss. It repeats every 5 minutes across 4 assets. Equals 16 plus markets per cycle. The average combined costs for both sides is 0.94 cents. Pay 94 cents to guaranteed $1 payout. Systematic edge 5.3% per trade, nearly risk free. Best pair is BTC. Combined cost 18% guaranteed. Win rate at pair level 80%. Current portfolio is 133 racks. Wallet is only 28 days old. Entire visible session. The bot has a slight discretional prediction edge, 55 to 60% accuracy, which side to overweight, and compounds it through volume and repetition. Even a small edge generates consistent profits. Your existing tools, great news. You already have everything you need. Copybot new, enhanced Copybot using Polymarket's APIs directly. Smart change direction. Only copies new positions. Okay, so to copy this specific wallet, the simplest way is to use Copybot new. It already fetches positions, detects new positions, and stored baseline. I think I want to build. Yeah, I want to take that Copybot new and copy this wallet. This is going to be tricky, and I think you need to write a note here saying that in the top that we need to expand this to be our own algorithm because copying the wallet, we're going to get smoked eventually. And I want to make sure it's only limit orders and it'll have to be rapid limit orders, right? It'll be 5 seconds. Sit on the limit for 10 seconds. So hit the limits, then sit there 10 seconds, wait till it fills. If it doesn't fill, then get closest to bid or ask and do it again and then again until we're filled both sides. But since we're copying him, we are getting the worst price. We're getting a worse price than him. But building out this infrastructure, I think the key insight here for me is that he's trading both sides. He may be long BTC and short ETH, or he might be short XRP and long SOL, right? So that's the key insight that I haven't done before. And I think that is GOAT. So let's do version 1 here and put this in the notes at the top. Version 1 is going to be a straight copy bot. When he makes trades, we're going to go ahead and limit the same trades as he does. But version 2, we're going to take the version 2, I'm going to use liquidations for my MoonDev API and trade a momentum liquidation strategy, and then offset it with the another symbol. So for example, if there's a cascade of liquidations on BTC, long liquidations, I would be shorting BTC, but then I would take the other side on a limit order for the, say, ETH. Okay, so that's the second version we'll build. But first version, it will just be a straight copy bot of him. So go ahead and build that out and then put in the notes that we'll build the other one next. You can call this the 5-minute copy bot. Okay, so I'm going to write this in my notes here because this is a fascinating idea. Thank you for the fire in the chat. You get the crown today for fire in the chat. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Some fire in the chat, baby. Fire in the chat. Damn near every day there's fire in the chat. Somebody says some fire. 223 here. So this is a new idea. So new idea where we're building a copy bot for this trader here that ran up a net worth of 400,000 from 5K. To start, we're building just a copy bot. The key insight is he's trading both sides. He's long and short on the 5-minute. When I did the 15-minute Lagar bots, that's cool, but it was there was risk to it. The way he's doing it, there's no risk. Well, there's a limited risk. So
imagine you had everything you wanted.
that's bot 1, and then bot number 2, we'll go ahead and use our own liquidation momentum signals, so we can go ahead and do the same thing where we're going ahead and essentially offsetting the risk with another token on these 5 minutes. But that would be bot 2. So bot 1 we're launching right now. Okay, I just wanted to go ahead and put those notes in there. Let's go ahead and make sure that we have his wallet here. Okay, wallet address, here we go. We'll just go ahead and do that. So here we go. This is him. This is him. Target wallet, you can see the wallet. Here's the wallet if you want to play with it. Paste the text. I'll paste this. How about that? Can you do it under 500 milliseconds? Maybe. $400. So how it works, establishes baseline here on the run. Okay, 10 seconds, aggressive fill limit. Okay, per limit, V2 notes. Okay, so let's go ahead and change this to $1. And then also, can you make sure that this is on our main account, so not one of those sub accounts? How do you know it's on the main account? I think you can figure that out. I think you can figure that out. Okay, Moon, shut the fuck up and find it for him so he can be efficient. How about that? How about that, gang? How about that? So let's go over here to course, because the course files is where I have my key. Okay, so Jan, okay. Copy bot, okay. Load.env. Load.env. So let me go to that env and see what's Gucci. Public key, private key. Public key, private key. Public key, private key. Like in the copy bot, that's the env set we will use, not the ones with dash date on them. Okay. So USD, I'm gonna change this to $1. And then we're gonna let it cook, dude. That's so crazy because I built 30 backtests, which would have taken me 30 times 8 hours. So crazy because I just built a bot that would have taken me 2 days. It's so crazy. I don't have to be here a long time no more. 2 hours is probably gonna be fine. And it keeps me a little bit more focused. Okay, what's the full path? What's the full path for it? That's such a lazy Opus prompt, dude, but it is what it is, dude. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. 5-minute copy bot. Okay, so we got that live already. Crazy. It's not live, but see if I can get it live here today. Thank you, dude. Thank you. For real. Appreciate you. Live bot, because I never thought about that. Seems simple to not think about, but you just can't think of everything. I'll drop the API key right now. Sorry, Chris. What's my Polymarket address? Haha. Funny. I'm having some issues with the OpenClaw, and I've tried everything to resolve this. OpenClaw is installed on my Mac, and the error is API rate limit reached. Please try again later. I have OpenAI. ChatGPT suggested kill some of the sessions. I had that session. I had that problem yesterday, Anthony. So yesterday I switched to Claude Code for a second with OpenClaw, and it cooked me. I can't use it. They hit me with that same 429 error over and over and again. So I'm sorry, bro. I actually don't have a suggestion for you. I didn't get through it. I switched back to Minimax is what I did. So I don't know what is going on over there. GM Dr. Hamaz, how are you, bro? It's that bloody Anthropic. I think so, Richard. I think so. I think they don't want us to use it. But to be real with you guys, I think you see what I'm doing today, right? I have OpenClaw going. I have a huge unlock, but it's not necessarily using a Mac for OpenClaw. I can't tell you the huge unlock that's going to take up like a month of my time, a couple weeks at least. I can't share that, but it's not about buying a Mac and using OpenClaw directly. It's just not about that. It's like a technical revolution that I have figured out that's going to allow me to have 20 AIs. But I guess what I'm trying to say is you see how I'm working with AI today, right? I said this a few weeks back. I said I could take on OpenClaw any day. Me with 6 AIs is 100 times more productive than OpenClaw. I think we're just still at that point, right? But we now all see that OpenClaw is actually sick-ish. It's just ghetto right now. It's going to take some tinkering from the big brains for a while to make it smooth, but we see in the future it's going to be a thing. I'm not going to ever run a local. No. I'm not going to run a local LLM ever. Maybe, I don't want to say never, but I'm not going to buy a Mac Pro and run a local LLM, that's for sure. If I do run a local LLM, I'll start with just hosting it on Vast AI to see if it's actually worth it to buy a computer like that. But no, I don't have any plans for local. What's up, Artie? Yo, Anthony, Art might be able to answer that question for you. I'll repost it. Because Art is our resident expert when it comes to Um, OpenClaw. So this is from Anthony. Art, I don't know if you have seen this. I also ran into a problem when I switched yesterday. I was like, okay, Minimax is chill and all, but we all remember when you had your Claude code connected to OpenClaw. OpenClaw was 100 times better with Claude code, in my opinion, even against like Minimax and stuff. So yesterday I switched back to Claude code for a second, and it was cooking. But then I ran into a 429 error, and I just couldn't get it going anymore. They rate limited me or something. So it sounds like Anthony's having a similar problem with Codex though. So I don't know. Maybe you've seen that before, Art. Okay, so we got the 5 minute here. Let's go ahead and get this running to see if what the errors are first. So where can I run this? Down here, of course. So this is copy trader stuff. So this is Solana stuff. Okay, we'll keep that Solana stuff. This is stat arb stuff. Okay, we'll keep that stat arb stuff. And this is Polymarket stuff. We'll keep this as Polymarket stuff. This is OG. I have a balance of 0.5. That doesn't make sense to me. It can't be my actual OG account. But maybe I do. Maybe I'm out of cash, but I don't think I am. And the problem is I can't just log in to see it anymore because I have to go turn on the VV. The VV. I may know why I did not jump into OpenClaw because I read that.
I knew I was gonna make it. I just ain't know how. But I do. This world is what you make it. You create your own environment. It all starts with a vision. What you can imagine, you can create.
I think OpenClaw is sick, and a lot of us see the writing on the wall. And now that we can use computers, it's just the tooling needs to be built out better. And we need Anthropic right now, in my opinion. Minimax is all right. It's all right. It's all right. It works, but it's just not. There's something that's much, much more profitable out there than OpenClaw. And I was fortunate to come across that. And that is what's going to take my couple weeks. But I'm going to come back with 20 me's. 20 me's when I'm back, dude. It's going to be hectic. And then I'm going to scale it to 100. Then I'm going to scale it to 1,000. And then I'm going to scale it to 1,000,000. Then I'm going to be Amazon. Pi agent is the under OpenClaw TUI. What do you mean, dude? 777, dude. Thank you. All right, let's see if we can get this one set up here. Let's say CD. No, let's say T. CD. Python. Run it. Okay, here we go. So position size. Okay, starting 5 minute copy bot, loading position tracker, 0 positions tracked. Okay. 30 positions logged. Okay. 30 active positions. So I have 30 active positions on this account. Good. I heard a rumor of Nano or Mini Claw coming out. Okay. What's that mean? So I need more feedback here, gang. I just need a little bit more feedback. Like, what is it seeing right now? I see it scanning target wallets, but what's it seeing the target wallets? I don't see anything. So just a little more feedback on the output would be far. Let's check out what Art's saying because Art is our he's the data dog right here. He's the data dog. So anything Art shows, we have to watch. That's my new rule because Art is just ahead of us. He's just ahead of us. He's always ahead of us when it comes to AI. Now, does it all work out? Absolutely not. Of course not. But that's the thing. And that's the whole reason I set up 5 OpenClaws because it caught my interest. And then I saw so many people talking so much shit about this or that, yada, yada. Let me just try it. So Art was on this like the day it came out. And we had the opportunity to be way, way earlier. But We faded art, dude. We faded art. You can't fade art.
Base 44. Yes.
Engineers, I've found
I'm fading art on this time because I'm not watching a 51-minute video. So let's go ahead and fade art. Let's fade art. You guys are fucking crazy to watch these long ass videos, but I guess I dropped sauce. Can you go ahead and explain exactly what's in this video? Thank you. Let's watch the intro.
the only true Claude Code competitor, and it's not what you think. Every single engineer is limited by the tools they use because the tools you use shape what you believe is possible. So when's the last time you've asked yourself, how is my agentic coding tool limiting me? If you want to expand beyond what everyone else is doing, you click on the right video. You need new tools to expand what you can do. As the first viable agentic coding tool, Claude Code has changed software engineering. I love Claude Code. I was an early adopter and I bet big on it. If you did too, you've been massively rewarded. But as you know, there are levels to this game and every tool has limitations. Let's be real for a second. Claude Code got cancer. What do I mean by that? Successful products must grow to meet new profit motives. Remember, this is a for-profit tool. That means doing things that maximizes profit over user satisfaction. With growth, you also tend to serve the masses more and more instead of your original niche audience. For Claude Code, that means us mid to senior level engineers. You can see this happening in Claude Code month after month. Remember, Anthropic, Claude Code, it's a private company. They can do whatever they want. So we can complain or we can put on our engineering hat and do something about it. In this video, I want to share a tool that engineers are starting to pick up more and more to help you hedge against Claude Code and break through the current limits of your agentic coding tool. This tool is the open source, unopinionated, customizable counterattack to Claude Code. Let's have a slice of pie. There are many coding agents, but this one is mine. The catchphrase says it all. Let me show you exactly what I mean by that. Here, you can see something incredible. These are all unique instances of the Pi agentic coding tool customized for a specific purpose and a specific job. One tool, many versions. Let's start with a minimal slice of pie and work our way up incrementally so by the time you finish watching, you'll know exactly how to customize your agentic coding tool down to the text color. Why am I calling Pi the only Claude Code competitor? How can this be true? How is this a counterattack on Claude Code? There are two big themes you're going to see as we work through this: open source and customizable. First, let me give everything away that we're going to talk about. If you're interested in these ideas,
Pi coding agents, which positions as the only true open source and fully customizable Anthropic Claude Code. The core message is that while Claude Code is great out the box, its for-profit nature is opinionated defaults eventually limit advanced engineers, making Pi a necessary hedge for those that need total control. Claude Code focuses on polished Pi agents, operates in YOLO mode by default. Nice. Featuring a 200 token system prompt. So the extreme customization, multi-agents. Okay, a Claude Code competitor. Fire. Thank you, dude. Pi versus Claude Code. Collection of Pi coding agent customized instances. Why? To showcase what it really looks like to hedge against the leader of the agentic market. Are you using this for OpenClaw or? Let's read what Nico had to say. OpenClaw's real cost isn't the Opus model itself, but the massive ghost context it constantly re-injects into every prompt, even for trivial tasks, because it reloads large files and runs the heartbeat updates 24/7. It can burn over 1 million tokens per day just to stay alive. Most of his cost is avoidable by slimming context files using model layering. Opus only when needed. Okay. Leveraging smart retrieval, externalizing memory, and avoiding unnecessary prompt resets. Proper optimization can cut costs by 4 to 5x while making the agent more stable and practical. Okay. Let's look through these real quick. I want to make sure that these are all fine. This one's already a rug, so it's from back in the day. This is fine. Again, this is my sniper. Actually, it's a copy bot, but it's buying random tokens looking for a 50x. This one is already a rug from in the past. This one's rugged in the past. This is rugged in the past. A lot of rugs. This one I can't complain about. I mean, it's not a lot of trades. Okay. This one's fine. This one, claw book, cooked. Okay, sick. So That's my GitHub. OpenClaw alternatives are popping up left and right of the day, and center. Agent Zero, Nano Zero, NanoClaw, Manus, Lindley. Yeah, so I think that's the play. Like for me, my approach to this was get my hands wet, as dirty as I possibly can get my hands. Get them so dirty inside of OpenClaw and make my own assumptions based off of it. Okay, I did that. I've come across something massive and I need some time by myself. Okay, great. But I also see the limitations of OpenClaw. It's very ghetto right now. It's very, very ghetto. It doesn't work very well. And we all know that. It works pretty well with Opus 4.6, but that's not sustainable. Nobody's going to pay $500 a day for some minimal tasks with OpenClaw. But we see the writing. We see the writing on the wall. It's like, this is fire. It's fire. But so I'm glad I got my hands dirty and I'm glad I have a vision for it. And what I'm going to now allow everybody else to do is go tinker on it all day long. Tinker on OpenClaw, make that shit fire. Or somebody come up and compete with OpenClaw and make it actually fire. Because right now it's borderline fire. It's borderline fire. And we all see that. Or some of us don't see it, but that's fine. I see it. I see that it's borderline revolutionary. I've got some things I'm going to be setting up here in the next couple of weeks, yada, yada. That doesn't matter too much. I'm going to let all the big brains tinker on it, drop new products, drop updates. And when that shit is fire, I'll already be at 100 computers. So I have the belief in it. I've had the belief in agentic AI since AutoGPT, though. There's some OGs in here that saw me working on AutoGPT like 2-3 years ago. And that was sick. This is just the evolution. So they're going to keep building, baby, building.
Learn, baby, learn. So that
We can earn, baby, earn. So we can earn, baby, earn. OpenClaw is amnesic by design. I'm not sure what that means, but the memory lives in the prompt, so it depends on the model. So it disappears with compaction. Mem0 moves memory out of the prompt. Automatic, persistent, stable recall. It changes everything. Okay. Pi and OpenClaw are yours. Short story, I slimmed down agents. Memory. That's fire, dude. Since then, costs have been divided by 4 to 5. Can we see the copybot results? Dude, you're asking all types of sideways ass questions, bro. Lock in. Lock in. Lock in, dude. Lock in. Copybot is over here. This is the Solana copybot. You can see all of the balances here in the copybot. Scrapling. Is that a new Toki? No. That must be Solana. There's no way that already bumped up to $17. I just put $1 in it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. We hit a winner on stream here today. Cool. That's fun. It's not a huge winner or anything, but it's at $17. So I put $1 in. Unless there's a error. There might be an error. I might have put $17 in. Let's be honest. Let's go to SoulScan here. Moondav.soul. Somebody was asking about my fucking address. There's my fucking address, dude. Daddy, how much money you make? Daddy, can you show me your wallet, Daddy? Daddy, can you go ahead and run this bot, Daddy? Hey, Daddy, can you go ahead and launch this one as well? Daddy, go ahead. Daddy, can you go just show me all your money, Daddy? That's what you sound like, dude. That's what you sound like today, Skier. Lock in. Add some value. Add some value, B. Add some value. Daddy, can you do this for me, Daddy? Okay, let's go ahead and see what's Gucci here. 1 hour ago. Okay. Just want to look through some of these. See, I might have triple, quadruple buy because I don't think this has gone up 17x like that, right? So there might be a buggy bug. Okay, so don't know what this is. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Okay, here we go. Toaster here, $1. Beautiful. Sheldon bought $1. Perfect. Grakas, perfect. Laughing. Okay. What is this name? It's called Scrappling. Look for it. HSD. Okay. I'm just looking, make sure there's no double buys. No double buys. I don't see Scrappling yet. Do you? There it is. Scrappling. Let's see how many buys of Scrappling we had. We just had one buy. And that was Scrappling $1 here. Okay, let's go to it. Daddy, can you show me some of your results, Daddy? Yes, son. Son, patient, son. Patient, son. Give before you ask, son. We got to learn these things, son. Okay, so I actually did hit this today, so that's fine. So I bought at $1 worth, about 53,000 of them at 1 hour ago. So 1 hour ago, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. I mean, I don't know how it's at $17 to be real. This is really an hour ago. 15, 30, 45. Oh, I bought here. I mean, if it's really at 17, let's go see if it's actually at 17. Because I put $1 in. And it didn't triple buy. It didn't triple buy. So let's go here. Oh, I'll just look at my wallet here actually on Phantom. Because I see it right here, but this is maybe old. Well, let's refresh it. There we go. That's easy. Easy peasy beautiful. CoverGirl. It's at $14 now. So a 14x. You'll be able to use Opus like this, user input, intent classifier, model router. That's a smart idea. How do you do that though? You poor daddy. I want to see the poly whale bot. I just launched it 2 seconds ago, bro. Ugh. Hey, this ain't a jukebox. I'll just let you that. I'll let you know that right now. This ain't a fucking jukebox. So, any requests? You get one request today. You've had like 14 requests so far today. And you haven't even said how I'm doing yet. You didn't throw a 777. You didn't say anything. I could look through all your fucking requests today, dude, and it's all just gimme, 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 gimme. Not even, hey, Moondev, how you doing? So add a routing layer to your OpenClaw config. So have you done this yet, Nico? I know you had mentioned you haven't even tried OpenClaw yet, but that's a really good idea. Good. Place market order already has it. Okay. This is the copy bot you were talking about. I literally just created it right now. I just made it. So maybe tomorrow you can come back and maybe I'll go over it tomorrow. But again, It's not a jukebox. Not a jukebox. Probably don't even know what the fuck that is, do you? What happened here? So all 4 200. Now here's the full breakdown. What happened this time? The order flow collector script uses this, okay, where it automatically creates 600 positions, okay, as a security default. There is a os.chmod call, and it was on February 12th. That's a long time ago, buddy. Okay. The process of why it keeps breaking every few days. Anytime the order flow collector gets restarted, crashes server, okay, the code at the moment doesn't have the chmod, or anytime someone edits the script and forgets to restart the service, the stale code runs with 600 perms. It's a fragile pattern. What to do to prevent this permanently? The chmod fix is already in the code and it's now running. But to make it bulletproof, set unmask. Okay, let's make it bulletproof then. Make it bulletproof. Make sure it doesn't fuck up any of our other API calls, though. Okay, let's get it, gang. Lock in. And then set it live. Let's get it. Anything else you need, son? Anything else you need, son? I'm here for you. I'm actually going to be fucking rich off of this, though. I'm going to be rich. I put $1 in. I'm already up 15x. Are you kidding me? This is why it's a good scanner. Because now I don't listen to what anybody has to say on Twitter. I just see what's going to the top of my wallet. Put $1 in. If you put more than $1 in, you're absolutely cooked. You're absolutely cooked. Because most of these go to 0. So I don't know. This is just my approach to Solana trading is I'm not trying to build snipers or copy bots and put my whole life savings in them. I want to see what floats to the top. And this is how I caught everything last cycle. I caught everything. And anybody that was locked with me caught everything. Every Solana thing that was bubbling, we absolutely smoked that last cycle. So 2023, we got into Hyperliquid. Beautiful. Building there. Life-changing gains for a lot of people in here, just based off of building in the alpha and Hyperliquid. 2024, we spotted Solana only because you guys are so locked. I'm around data dogs all day. We spotted Solana. I built a sniper bot, cooked off that, saw a bunch of winners. It all floated to the top. Then go ahead and apply those winners to a bot with bigger size, something like a demand zone bot, something that you can trust that, hey, this is actually a good strategy, but you don't want to run it on all of these shit coins, essentially. That's just my approach. And of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. That Solana stuff was really, really hard to build for, but now you see that it's very, very easy because I've already built all the templates out. So much love to you. Good luck. Solana is cooked, but maybe it will be uncooked someday. We'll see. I'm still getting the error down here in the poly, though. Not enough balance. Maybe I don't have enough balance in here. I don't see why I wouldn't, though, is the thing.
Imagine you had everything you wanted, everything. Imagine you were everything you ever wanted to be. And capture that feeling. That's the easiest way to manifest what you want.
Also, this 3, is this, Adi? What you got for me, Adi? SpaceX, OpenAI, and Anthropic. Interesting. What about those three? What about them, dude? Like you like them? Or what? Yeah, what you think about those? Done. It'll now print your USDC balance. Beautiful. Because maybe I have to go real